Mozart's actual writing. This is the King's Library.
All right, we're trying to go to Westminster Abbey for a church service.
There we go. Every afternoon now, crave tea and scones. The British Library. All right. So the library is huge, but apparently has no children's room, so I'm kind of sad about that. We're headed to see their treasures collection.
This is original Mozart.
They have actual collections of music. This is a Handel original. Mozart's actual writing. Books look different, didn't they?
I can't even read that.
I know, even though it's English, it's written so differently. This is the Canterbury Tales. So these are the original handwritten manuscripts of several novels. This one's from Middlemarch, and this one's from The Importance of Being Earnest. So this is the original Magna Carta from 1215. It's barely, I mean, you can't really see much of anything, but this is the only one that has any trace of the Great Seal of King John. It was damaged in a fire. This one's only 10 years younger, from 1225, but this is the official issued one. This is the Gutenberg Bible. Wow. So that was the exhibit hall. Now we're gonna head up into the actual library. Well, the exhibit hall had some amazing things. It's really hard to show on camera, and a lot of the things did say no photography, so of course I didn't film those. But it's just amazing to see the originals. I think my favorite was seeing like the original handwriting of novels or songs where you could see them scratching out stuff and writing around other stuff.
There's giant books like that big.
This says the King's Library. I wonder what's in there. It says staff only. This is the cutest bench I have ever seen. The book bench. Books have changed a bit, haven't they? Now this is your entire book.
We're both reading Keeper of the Lost City, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, but Kindles are so different than those like old manuscripts you guys are seeing in there.
Right.
Some of those were handwritten and huge. We're headed to meet the family at Westminster Abbey. And how are we gonna get there, Isaac?
Bikes.
I'm in love with riding bikes around London, and these bike app things are so easy and convenient. I just looked up and I'm like, oh, there's 3 bikes. Let's go get them.
All right, we're all together.
We're walking along and we're like, oh, that's our family.
How was the library?
Library-ish.
Did you see the Magna Carta?
Yeah, it's really interesting.
It's like one of the most important documents ever.
To start, like, it was one of the first things that I think started more, like, republic systems of government.
Yeah, like the first constitution.
Yeah. We saw a bunch of books bigger than my head.
Oh, that's fun.
Beautiful Big Ben is.
It's very pretty, like it's golden.
It's shiny. And I can't see that.
All right, we're trying to go to Westminster Abbey for a church service called an evensong. So Big Ben is connected to the Parliament building, and then just across the street is Westminster Abbey. Westminster Abbey is famous for holding the coronations, funerals of the royals, and is the resting place of some of the most famous characters in history here in England and the UK. All right, there's a bit of a line. 30 minutes early was not early enough.
Have mercy upon us. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done.
Well, it was really a beautiful service. Tons of amazing music, great scriptures and words, and I'm just glad that we got to experience that here at such a special place. What did you think of the service?
I thought it was really cool. I liked how we got like nice seats.
We were right in between the organ and the choir.
It sounded so pretty. How every like king and queen has walked through there since like 1066.
Coronation.
Yeah.
The inside of the church reminded me a lot of Stephanstone, like the archwork. But I loved hearing the organ and just being there. It was really
And we saw Charles Darwin's grave and Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, there are graves all through the building.
That was cool, but different.
Yeah, like we did the Lord's Prayer all together.
I liked feeling like I was a part of it.
So we're just chilling here on the blanket, having some snacks we brought with us, and the kids are now having fun, taking all sorts of perspective pictures with Big Ben.
Yeah, there we go.
This might be a little bit weird. And the ball. What do you mean it's about to rain?
It's almost 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
There it is. Count how many bells ring when it tolls.
Everyone, sing
Bye.
a word line.
London has great trees. They're old, they're big, they give a lot of shade. They're beautiful. We found a park. Got it.
Visibly.
Oh! Whoa! So you get on and just run. We're missing our rice cooker. I think you can cook rice this way.
The Indian food smells so good.
Yeah, it's
I
butter.
cannot wait to have it.
Buttered chicken.
It's the first Indian food I've had here.
We did some cleaning up around the house this evening and we made some dinner. We're having butter chicken, which we just put chicken and butter chicken sauce in the crock pot, so it's nice and tender and ready to go. And we're cooking up some rice and some veggies, and we're gonna warm up some naan bread. Here's the interesting thing about the rice. We eat rice all the time as a family, but I've had a rice cooker my entire life. I've never actually made rice without a rice cooker. And so Jeremy and I were like, how do we make rice? And I'm like, I know you can do it on the stovetop. We've just never done it.
I watched a YouTube video and I'm following the instructions. It is hard though with this burner because I'm trying to simmer. And,
It's a gas burner, so
Yeah.
it just kind of fluctuates a little bit.
but you're not able to lift the lid off to check it because you're steaming the rice. We'll see
Are
how
you
it turns.
timing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday when I was at the grocery store, I picked up some flowers and they're making me so happy. I'm excited about these ones because they should open up and smell divine. What you doing, Lacey?
Oh, you scared me.
It's because I came through the secret half door. What you doing?
I'm going to water the plants out here because they're looking kind of dull.
They're looking a little sad. Don't spray it at me. Or don't spray it at yourself. You probably need to turn it on.
There we go.
This thing should... There we go, there we go. We're just glad you weren't squeezing it at me.
Oh,
There we go, does that work?
yeah.
All right, good luck watering the plants. So ever since I had afternoon tea here in London, I can't stop thinking about it. I am in love with the idea of a country that has an afternoon snack in the afternoons. And I just, every afternoon now, crave tea and scones. And I can have my tea now, but if I eat scones at this point, I'll probably spoil my dinner.
I can sign up for that. Watering plants is really soothing.
It is. I like how green it already became.
You did it. It has been fun though. I watered all the plants in the house the other day and it really did make a difference.
Yeah, there was a plant over there. It looked dead, and then Dad watered it, and now it's like green and smells like barley.
Basil. Yeah.
It just does all of it.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, and did you know that you don't have to actually water the actual plant, you have to water the soil?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that until a while ago.
The YouTube video said that I should let it sit for an extra little bit.
Can I sneak it open?
No.
You can't even sneak a peek?
They said if you leave the lid on even after you cook it if you want it soft and fluffy.
Well, how are you supposed to know when it's done?
I don't know. My alarm almost went off. You said I was having a hard time converting cups. They don't have cups on their
Measuring device?
But they do the metric system here.
No, they don't.
No, I mean they don't.
They do the imperial system. Oh. She is hungry. This just in, Janae is hungry.
I looked up and it said that how many cups are in a pint? Yeah, how many cups are in a pint?
2.
Okay, but how many cups are in an ounce? How many ounces are in a cup?
How many ounces are in a cup? 8.
Okay, so how many ounces would be in 2 cups?
16.
So 16 ounces should be the same as 1 pint. Okay, so look, 16 ounces is here and a pint is here. They're not the same.
No, you can't have any candy. We're gonna have dinner here in
You
just
little
a
stupid.
minute.
All right, let's see the alarm. Let's check it. Did the rice work? Well, that looks like it worked.
It does. It looks like rice.
Did it? Thank you, YouTube.
Good job,
Did I
high
burn
five.
the bottom?
If you burnt the bottom, that'd be sad.
I don't think so. I think it worked.
Oh, that looks lovely.
He's the rice master.
Who needs a rice cooker? We've got a Jeremy.
I'm the rice cooker.
Now I want to eat it.
Today on the way home from the underground, Janae led the way for Laura and I. And she made it all the way home. All on her own.
You are a little clever one, aren't
She
you?
knew our house number, she knew our road's name, and she knew everywhere to turn.
Good thing you had her with you.
Is it hard to know where to go?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
I've gone there so many times.
So Indian food is huge in Great Britain and in England, and so we've had it from a restaurant a couple of times since we've been here, but we decided to try it at home, and this was delicious. Butter chicken, I mean, it's just mild, it's just a real crowd pleaser with the kids, delicious. But when Jeremy and I were away together, we went to this specific Indian restaurant here. It's called Dishum. It blew our minds. It was so amazing. I can't wait to take the kids back to it and let them try some of those fun flavors.
We were just playing, and I got both of these.
Wow.
And he was going so light. Wait, let's see what
Caleb just beat me by getting a bullseye in the green. Okay, girls, are you ready for ice cream?
I'm gonna try to beat you like this. You go first.
Ice cream! What was that?
I'm throwing it like this to see if I can beat him, and I'm closer.
At the end of dinner, I told the kids that anybody that helped clean up was eligible for ice cream. They were so helpful tonight. Okay,
Imagine
so we've
that.
got some classic British flavors.
These are really unique, but I don't know if they're quite as unique as the ones we had in Sweden.
So this one's honeycomb crumb, and this one is Cornish clotted cream, which I've had clotted cream on our scones.
How
It's
does it
delicious.
taste?
I don't know
Clotted cream
yet.
is so good, but I don't know.
Is it like
Wait,
sweet?
is this one gluten-free? Because
They're both gluten-free.
It's always fun when we realize how much past experiences in other countries are still impacting us. Like, I love that you brought up Sweden ice cream. For me, one of the things that has been impacting me, I have recently become obsessed. This was unexpected. I didn't know this was going to happen.
Very obsessed. We all know exactly what he's about to say.
But the Magic Flute by Mozart, which this was back in Austria times.
Yeah.
When we were there, we went
When
to
we were in Vienna.
we went to Mozart's, and then in Salzburg we went to where Mozart was born. Is it good?
we wish we could.
Yeah, really good. Not as big as the magic flute though.
I kind of wish we could redo and like go back to all of those now that we you know all the songs way better and you love it.
Oh yeah, we heard them perform it, and then we saw in Salzburg the Magic Flute performed by the marionette performance. They did some of the Magic Flute, but now I'm like, I can't get enough of it. I keep listening to certain songs from Magic Flute over and over and over.
What do you think
How
of
was it?
honeycomb?
Good.
A lot of things in Europe are less sweet because they don't put as much sugar in, which is really good. Is this less sweet?
So, I don't like honey typically. I really like this.
It doesn't taste as much like honey as you would expect honeycomb to taste like.
Well,
Yeah, it's
to me,
really
it
good flavor.
almost tastes like
Vanilla.
how cookie dough would taste. Just instead of cookie dough, it's like little honey things.
It almost feels caramely.
I agree with that.
So what's interesting about clotted cream is it's kind of like butter, the way that it was used before. So I'm hoping it's not like butter flavored ice cream.
That would be terrible.
Clotted cream.
Give me 4 seconds.
Interesting.
Is it really mild? Like clotted cream?
It's clotted cream ice cream.
So it's not like super sweet? Interesting.
I feel like clotted cream should taste like vanilla.
It does.
But vanilla is a flavor.
It's milk.
I don't classify vanilla as like a flavor. I classify it as ice cream.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what I
It
think.
is kind of sweet, but not really.
It tastes like milk. It's like they took milk.
I mean, this would be the base. You know, we think of vanilla as the base, but it's just milk.
Yeah,
It is so
Mild.
You know what I noticed? When we got cookie dough, it was cookie dough and clotted cream. And instead of like raspberry and vanilla for the squashes, it's raspberry and milk. So milk is something
It's a
that
flavor.
is a flavor.
You're
While
right.
For us, it's not a flavor at all. But for them, it's like milk or clotted cream.
There's a candy here called Squashies that is really good, and its original flavor is raspberry and milk.
And
You know
it's
what
so
I-
good.
You know what I just noticed?
I haven't tried bubblegum.
Maybe this wouldn't have been as mild if we hadn't had like a very strong flavor first.
The honeycomb
We
first.
probably should have had the clotted cream first.
I love this though.
It's pretty good. And
I could eat a
it
pint.
kind of tastes like butter.
It's also kind of thing I feel like that you could eat for hours and not feel like you've eaten anything. Like it's very.
It's not too rich.
I feel like this is the kind of thing that would be amazing on top of like an apple pie.
So another thing that I was thinking about today with being here in the UK is when we were in Sweden, we didn't know a lot of the musicians or people that were significant in our pop culture that we didn't know about, that they were from Sweden. But with the UK, it's not like that. There's so many people because it's so much more part of our US history and culture. And so we're familiar with a lot of the artists and the writers and the novelists, the actors, the singers.
Although I realized today that some of our kids haven't heard of the Beatles.
The Beatles?
We've heard of the Beatles.
Maybe Janae?
us
Maybe
haven't.
Janae? I have a pretty good Beatles playlist.
Let's
so
hear it.
I wanna hold your hand. There's no combination. No.
There was this little bug show that we used to watch, and they sung all the Beatles songs.
It's called bugs.
I just put some honeycomb with some clotted cream.
Sweeten it up a bit.
Oh, this is good.
I want to try that.
I love
The
clotted
flowers
cream.
are not in the way.
To me, the clotted
Girls are back out on the trampoline. They just won't get sick of that. Like, they love it.
Good night. Treehouse out.
So she and I are going away for 4 days. So this is in honor of my 40th birthday.
While the animations have improved, I don't know that the games are actually better.
My life has changed. Like, I will never be the same.
Laura's trying to fill up on hugs. Well, Janae got a little bit more wet than I expected.